I also want to make mention, when this incident occurred and I had to go to the hospital, I was calling Asmodeus on his iPhone, on his Android phone, because he has two. My niece was calling him too. The paramedics were trying their number, calling him. The nurses at the hospital were trying to call him. They were all calling this man. He did not answer for a single fucking soul. Not a single soul. See, when he told me not to call him or text him until that baby is born, I didn't think that he meant emergencies related to the baby as well. I didn't think he meant that. He wasn't very specific, so, I had to find out the hard way. I had to find out for myself. So, and I'm texting him, it's an emergency. I didn't tell him, I was like, it's about the baby. I didn't tell him what exactly was going on because I didn't want to say something that wasn't happening to my knowledge 100%. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to say something that I didn't know for a fact was taking place, but it was an emergency. That night, I was discharged. I did my follow-up appointment the following week, and it turned out that it was part of the placenta. They said that they did find a fibroid as well, but they weren't concerned about that. It was the placenta. I was early in my pregnancy. Believe it or not, just because I'm a nurse does not mean I know this stuff. I'm not a labor and delivery nurse. But a part of the placenta apparently detached from my uterine wall and some blood got through. And my doctor wasn't concerned because he was just like, everything looks good. I'm looking at your ultrasounds, I'm looking at your lab work. You look good. You sound great. Everything is good. Baby's good. Let me listen to the heartbeat. Baby's good. That was the most terrifying night to be pregnant through. And the thoughts that were running through my mind, it was eating me up. It was eating me up, and I felt so defeated. I felt like I had lost. And keeping my baby was my decision for me. This was my decision for me and my family. This was my decision for my life and my future. It wasn't my son's not a tool to use to hurt and harm, or inconvenience Asmodeus. But I had already grown an attachment to the little person that I'm carrying around in my body, to my precious cargo. Nobody wants to see something inside of them die. We experience it all too often in our own feelings and emotions and experiences with dickheads. To physically feel it, nobody should ever be like cursed with a fate like that. So I took it easy, stayed hydrated, took my prenatal vitamins, rested well, and rested up.